friends. Today on The Landing Point, popularity isn't everything. He was a simple boy from West Branch, Iowa, the son of a blacksmith. By the time he was 6, his father was dead. By the time he was 9, his mother was gone too. He was an orphan, passed from relative to relative, eventually sent out to West Oregon to live with an uncle. He was a quiet boy, serious. He scrubbed the floors. He weeded the gardens. He didn't have much of a childhood, but he had a mind. It was like a steel trap. When a brand new university opened in California, a place called Stanford, he was the very first student to sleep in a dormitory. He studied geology. He studied the earth, and he found gold. Not just a little. He became a mining engineer, a doctor of the sick minds. By the time he was 40 years old, the orphan was a self-made millionaire. He had offices in San Francisco, London, Petrograd, and Mandalay. He was set for life, but in 1914, the world caught fire. Germany invaded Belgium. 7 million Belgians were trapped. They had no food. They were going to starve. The millionaire engineer didn't have to do anything. He could have gone home to his mansion in California. Instead, he quit his job. He walked away from his fortune. He organized a fleet of ships. He negotiated with kings and kaisers. He created a food distribution system so complex, so efficient, it was a miracle of logistics. He saved 7 million lives. He was a great humanitarian, the most famous, most beloved man in the world. And because of that love, in 1928, the American people gave him the highest honor they could bestow. They elected him president. And then the bottom fell out. 7 months after he took the oath, the stock market crashed. The Great Depression swallowed the globe. Suddenly, the genius engineer couldn't fix the machine. The man who had fed Europe couldn't seem to feed America. They turned on him. They took his name and they made it a curse word. Those shanty towns of cardboard and scrap metal where the homeless lived, they called them Hoovervilles. The newspapers the homeless used for blankets, Hoover blankets. The empty pockets turned inside out, Hoover flags. He left office in 1933 a broken man, reviled, hated. He was booed in the streets. For 12 years, he sat in exile, the failed president, and you would expect that that would be the landing point. But in 1946, the world was in ruins again. World War II was over, but famine had swept across Europe and Asia. 800 million people were at risk of death. President Harry Truman looked at the globe. He looked at the impossible task of feeding a broken world, and he knew there was only one man alive who knew how to do it. He picked up the phone and he called the failure. He called the man the country had spit on. And the 71-year-old former president didn't hesitate. He didn't ask for an apology. He didn't ask for a salary. He just went to work. He traveled 50,000 miles in a few months. He went to the ruins of Warsaw. He went to the bombed out cities of Germany. He reorganized the global food supply. He found grain where there was none. He found ships where they had been sunk. And he saved more lives than a single person in human history. The man you know as a symbol of the Great Depression was actually the greatest humanitarian the world has ever known, Herbert Clark Hoover. And whether you realize it or not, this is the landing point. Thank you for watching and listening to our story on the landing point today. New episodes come out Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, so please watch as they are coming out. I'd like to thank our sponsor today, Roadrunner Real Estate. They're a full-service real estate company that helps people with both residential and commercial to buy, sell, and lease. So if you're looking for a company with the experience to help you with your real estate needs, please support Roadrunner Real Estate. If you haven't done so already, Please go out to our YouTube page and subscribe. It will help us out immensely. Please like the story if you liked it. If you have comments for us, please go out there and give us some comments. We enjoy those too. If you're looking for updates, please join our Facebook page, because that's generally where we put our latest updates that we have going on. So you can like and follow there. For those of you that like to drive and listen to stories, we do have the podcast, and the link should be in the description. So until next time, the next story, this is The Landing Point.